People often talk about the new European nationalism as having echoes of the 1930s, and at this church in central Budapest it isn't hidden. In the entrance, a bust of Miklos Horthy, Hungary's leader who allied himself to the Germans in World War II. In the congregation sit young men in the black of the far right, yet the church says it is simply a sanctuary for Hungarians under attack.
It's not only a duty, it's an obligation for us to protect Hungarians. God created us Hungarian, and our congregation is made up of people who look after others.
To Jobbik, Horthy was a patriot who tried to restore Hungary's lost empire. Evidently they see Vladimir Putin in much the same way.
We have an interest in seeing a growing Russia that has, in a very interesting way, defended its own interests and which has basically created some counterweight to the West.
Jobbik deny allegations of being funded by Moscow, but they do admit to having a relationship. So it appears the Russian annexation of Crimea genuinely said something to hardline Hungarian nationalists, and in some ways you might find that odd, since Jobbik are the sort of political party you'd expect the Russians to accuse of being fascist sympathisers, and yet Jobbik and the Russians actually have something very profound in common: outright hostility to the European Union. And it isn't only happening here. In recent days, hardline anti-European Union figures like Marine Le Pen of the French National Front and Marianne Kotleba of Slovakia have said they too support Russia over Crimea. So the Ukraine crisis has caused a new phenomenon, a joint enterprise of Russian and European hardline nationalism.
Putin government, they want to destruct, or if it's possible, to make weaker the European Union. And Jobbik, that's the Hungarian party, which want to get out from the European Union. They say that for Hungary it's a tragedy.
There are more echoes of the 1930s in Budapest too, with the desecration of Jewish graves, accusations of a global Zionist conspiracy against Hungary and Russia.
Jobbik isn't brave enough to say the word Jew. Instead they say globalization, banks, New York, the IMF. It all means the Jews.
Jobbik and all the other far-right parties are often accused of the same fascism Russia claims to be fighting. Of course, they deny it, but it appears they are happy to sow discontent from within Europe, which plays entirely to Moscow's advantage. Laurence, Al Jazeera, Budapest.